Gaurav Gogoi. Let's listen in.
Congress MPs have been suspended in the Lok Sabha, and from what we heard, for the remainder of the entire session. These four MPs are Whip Sri Manickam Tagore, our Member of Parliament from Tamil Nadu, Jothimani, our Member of Parliament from Kerala, Prathapan, our Member of Parliament from Kerala, Ramya Haridas. And what have been the reason for suspension? Because they were raising placards, they were raising slogans. Now let us see what their placard says. Ramya placard says, gas cylinder 1,000 rupees. Is it right or wrong? Prathapan's placard says that Gabbar Singh tax, Modi tax, talking about four Congress MPs have been...
Well, so that is Gaurav Gogoi confirming the suspension. I have Mr. Madhu Gauriaski of the Congress Party with us. Namaste, Madhu Gaurji. This is Anand Narsimhan here. Now, it is a rule violation is what the speaker is saying. You are not allowed to bring placard onto the well of the house. The Congress, we just heard Gaurav Gogoi saying, what did these placards carry? They just carried issues of the people. But the rule is that you will not bring in these placards into the well, and that's why the suspension.
Let me tell you, being an ex-parliament member for 10 years, carrying a placard, it's very common in the parliament when you're protesting, especially the opposition MP. Being a ruling party MP during UPA government, when we were fighting for Telangana, we raised the placards and it never suspended for that. So here, the dissent is suppressed even inside the parliament, not only outside the country. This is not acceptable in a democracy. What is wrong in raising the placard? A speaker can warn them. Speaker can tell them that you can take off your placard, which that's what they used to say. You will see in the parliament, go back to your previous videos, which can show that members holding placards, protesting. It's very common. It's nothing totally violating the rules.
But here the aspect is that there is parliamentary decorum is being disrupted, Madhu Gaurji, and that the business of parliament is not being allowed to be conducted. The opposition is disrupting parliament via this form of demonstration, that is storming into the well with placards, and that's why four MPs have been particularly named as the chief disruptors.
Let them go back and read Srimati Late Sushma Swaraj's statements and the late Arun Jaitley's statements. They themselves, as the leaders of opposition, have said it. It's a fundamental right of the parliament members to raise their voice in the parliament. And here, the Honorable Speaker, in the beginning of the session itself, he has brought his own dictionary to say which is unparliamentary. Then he's taken it back. So, as I said, I was 10 years in Member of Parliament, and I never seen such interruptions was taking place. Then you ask another question. The business of the House is disrupted.
Yes, that's the allegation the government is making. The government is saying opposition is deliberately not allowing Parliament to function.
Whose responsibility to run the House? Is it the responsibility of the government? Did the government has reached out to the members of Parliament, the opposition parties, the members? You see, earlier, the Monsoon, the former Prime Minister, and Srimati Sonia Gandhi, the UP chairperson, used to meet Advani ji and other leaders of opposition when an issues of any new bills to be brought, and there used to be discussion. They used to hear of the parliament. They used to go to their houses. In the last 8 years, whether the Honorable Prime Minister or the Parliamentary Minister, has he ever tried to reach out to the leaders of opposition? Isn't it the duty of the Parliamentary Ministry and the government to run the House? Is it the duty of the opposition to run the House?
No, absolutely. The responsibility falls squarely on shoulders of the treasury benches and the government to run parliament. And that is something which is a stated norm. But Mr. Madhu Gauriaski, the government is saying, and I'll try and see if we can get a respondent or somebody from voice from the government. But this is what their argument is, and I'd like your response on this. They say that we have noted we are open for a discussion. It's that the finance minister is currently indisposed, she's unwell, and the issue of inflation price rise, she will respond to that, and when she is all right, we will do it. Allow other businesses to happen. But here the allegation is that the opposition deliberately wants to disrupt. They're using the same issue or multiple issues, but in a way they have decided we will come what may not allow parliament to function, despite the government be saying we are open for a discussion as long as you maintain decorum.
Well, it's not the school. They're all equally elected by the people, whether ruling party or the opposition. The members of the parliament have a responsibility to represent their constituents, the people, the state. It is their duty to raise